It's a frustrating one, man. It's a frustrating one, man. Because the game was there for the taking, man. Arsenal 3, or Chelsea 2, Arsenal 3. Carabao Cup semi-final first leg at the Bridge. And it's a loss for the mighty Blues, man. It's a loss for the boys from Stamford Bridge. And it's a frustrating one, man. Overall, it was actually a decent performance bar some certain individuals. And that's what's really, really difficult to take about today's game. It's probably going to be my title for this video. Individual mistakes cost Chelsea again. You know? Because really, you think about those 2 goals, and they come so quick in the half, and there's no real time for Chelsea to settle. There's no real time for Chelsea to settle. And because of that, we couldn't see the team execute what Liam Rosenior had planned out and intended. And I want to give him a big shout out today, actually, because I didn't love the Joshua Chempong sub, but I thought every sub after that was actually great, was actually phenomenal. And I'm going to go out on a limb now, and I'm going to say it with chest now. I'm going to say Liam Rosenior has been the best appointment under Blue Coal's management. I'm going to say it with chest. I'm going to say it because I predict that the influence he's going to have on this squad, the way he's going to manage these players, draw the best out of these players, and call these players to a higher standard is going to be the difference for Chelsea Football Club going forward. I think anything you see from Chelsea Football Club going forward in terms of success is going to have a big, big reason, or a reason for it is going to have a big part of it is going to be to do with Liam Rosenior. Because I see his mentality. Look, we're 3-1 down, and the guy makes a tactical change mid-game. Doesn't try to get us to keep playing the same haram football if it's not working, right? You can see we're getting a little bit outnumbered in midfield, and I will say that we probably needed 3 in midfield against Arsenal, but I understand why the formation was the way it was. I think again, individual performances was what let Chelsea down today and what let Liam Rosenior down today. Because if you have a number 10 like João Pedro and Pedro Neto is working harder than him, you have a problem. You have a big problem. And I'm going to tell you now that I think Liam Rosenior gets it. And I say that because even down to that last sub with Shin Moheka, to bring him on when we're losing, to give the man an experience of first team football, another player we all love in the academy doing absolute bits, phenomenal substitution. So let me just talk about the game really quickly, and then I might do a player ratings, or I might separate that into 2 different videos, to be honest with you. Because I've really got to think about my player ratings, because it's crazy. So I'll say from the off, I didn't love the lineup, but I was understanding of the lineup because of who we had available. I didn't realise before the game that Reece James, Palmer, and Reece James, Cole Palmer, and the lap were all going to be not fit for the game. But I actually think in a game like this where you've got Gabriel and Saliba, who are just basically G4SFC, yeah? Bouncers FC, Bouncers X Bouncer. All they want to do is just fight you, crash you, hug you, push you, try and throw you around. You don't want a striker like the lap getting into his head and trying to start fights. So I didn't love the lineup, but I actually thought the performance from the very off was great from the off. Again, we've regressed in our set-piece defending, and I cannot understand why, because we've not sacked our set-piece coach. But all of a sudden, it looks like Sanchez has gone back to being the Sanchez of last year. And he was doing so well, and it's so disappointing, because I actually think he probably was at fault for 2, if not, you could argue 3 of the goals, not at fault for the last goal, but definitely culpable in that once Zubimendi has dribbled completely over to the left-hand side and all of your players are defending the left-hand side of your goal, you must transition completely over to the right-hand side of your goal to defend it. You cannot be beat at your near post when you are already over the penalty spot in terms of your positioning in goal. That's diabolical. So very poor set piece defending for the first goal and the second goal. And I'm trying to remember the second goal more because the third goal sticks in my head even more because of the fact that Enzo Fernandez rushed into midfield, left it open, and that caused nobody to then track Zubimendi at the edge of the box, which is what led to that goal. Which is, again, diabolical. The Gyökeres goal was the second goal, sorry. Which is just poor. It's poor from Pedro Neto not tracking back to help Cucurella. So Cucurella gets overloaded in the 2-on-1. Ball goes past, he's scrambling. It goes through, and Chalobah doesn't get to it. Fofana is not on his toes, so he gets pipped at the post by Gyökeres. And Sanchez should have saved it, doesn't save it. Again, this is why I'm not angry at the team. I'm angry at individual performances, because it's individual performances, again, that have let us down today. Otherwise, this game would be a draw. It'd be another draw. And you have to understand something here. For us to be even getting these goals, getting draws against this Arsenal side, do you understand? This is the team that people are saying is the best in the world, best in the universe, best in the multiverse, best in galaxies far, far away. They had their full strength first 11 out, and we lost the game 3-2. So I'm not entertaining any more conversations anymore when I talk about the ability in this squad. The problem is not ability with these players. The problem is mindset, mentality, being switched on 24/7. And that's why we need a coach like Liam Rossini, because if you don't know Liam Rossini's history at Strasbourg, right? The first season he was getting cooked and he was losing games consistently. He was trying to play the blue coat way. Then he said, nah, screw this, switched it up. And he had a great performance. I think it might have been against PSG. And he sat in the back five, punted the ball long, and got a result out of that game. And from then on, the mindset of his players changed. People like Omega tried to make mistakes and say stuff about the club. He got banished to the stands. He stopped accepting poor standards. That is who we need right now at Chelsea. You need somebody who's a cross between the positive man management of Pochettino, the tactical know-how of Maresca and Thomas Tuchel. In fact, the tactical know-how of Enzo Maresca, and the bite and the standards of Thomas Tuchel. And I think I can say it with confidence here. Hate me or love me. It's not my job to impress you or get you to agree with me. We are seeing the culmination of these three managers. Much less that Lampard was a manager that had youth on his side, relatability, credibility in the game of football. So we're actually seeing a culmination of our past four managers, bar Graham Potter. Because I'll be honest, I don't know what they saw there. I think they lost their whole minds. So again, team performance, great. Individual performance, not so much. I want to be quick, so I don't want to make this video too long. Enzo Fernandez was excellent throughout today, bar that third goal. Our CBs, I want to say our centre-backs are mudded. They cannot play together if this is the way they're going to play. Somebody needs to take control. And I don't care if it's Fofana or Chalobah or Tosin or Sanchez, whoever. Somebody take some flipping control. I don't care whose fault it is. I don't care whose problem it is. Take some flipping responsibility for defending. Somebody talk, somebody usher, somebody lead. That is it. I cannot see more decorum and composure from João Hato and Joshua Chempong in defence than our centre-backs. It's diabolical. Strong start to the second half. Second sloppy goal. Already talked about it. Horrendous. Garnacho goal. Phenomenal. Loved that goal. Loved it. Because I've been saying Garnacho is the priority signing since the start of the season. People didn't want to put respect on my name. You will respect it in the end. Even if you don't like it, you will respect. Truth is truth. And 2 goals today. By the way, he may have kept us in this tie single-handedly. João Pedro. Poor. He needs to just play up front. If he's not going to play in the middle, just play up front. or we just need to operate with 2 10s and not operate with 1 10. But I don't think he can do either on his own. So I think he needs to just play striker. I also noted down this was Sanchez's worst performance of the season, but I'll touch on that in the player ratings video, I think. Esteval, I want to say to you, with full chest, I want to say this to you, brother. Esteval, the club is yours. Congratulations. Welcome. I'll shake your hand. Welcome to Blueco. Welcome to Clear Lake. You are now a board member and director. The club is yours. You can have anything you want. You are the truth. I'm sorry it took people so long to see it. And my last point is this. Viva Garnacho. Chelsea have a lifeline going into the Carabao Cup semi-final. Second leg away at Emirates. It's going to be a far harder test. But I've seen Chelsea get results at the Emirates before. So anything can happen in this tie. We need to believe. On top of that, we go to Brentford next. I think we get a result, but we're going to have to be resolute. And every single Chelsea player from now on has to understand something. Under this new manager, if you fail, it's because you are the problem. Not because of the board, not because of the manager, not because of the club. And I approve this message. My name is KwessKnowsBall. Thank you for checking out this video. Thank you for checking out my channel. Do me a huge favor. Like this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And hit that bell notification icon so you get a notification every single time I upload. They tried to cut me off. I will do my outro. Big up my Chelsea family. And I will still say everything to fight for going into the Emirates. Up the Chelsea, up the Chelsea. I'll see you in the next one, my people. Take care, don't stress, and stay blessed. Peace.